Hello, children. Good morning. How are you? So, we are back again after 3 days, 3 or 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. Anyway, the weather has also improved, but a very bad news, that is, our schools are not likely to open for some more time to come because of the increasing number of corona infection in the country. The coronavirus is spreading so fast. It is said that we have entered the third wave of coronavirus infection. First wave, second wave, this is the third wave. And over and above, there is another variant of corona known as Omicron that is also spreading. The quality of Omicron is it spreads very fast. And what are the effects of it? What is the outcome of it? How much harm does it do to people? That is not exactly known to anybody, but it spreads very fast. This much is known. So be careful, be cautious, maintain social distancing, use mask always, avoid going out unless and until it's extremely necessary. But the worst part is that our schools are not going to open in the near future. Nobody knows when the schools will open. Again, the same, we are into the same situation. We are back to square A, it is said. Anyway, this is not in our hands. We can't do anything for this. So we have to wait, and then the day will certainly come when we all will meet in the school again. Till such time, our classes will go on as they are going on. And today we'll be discussing the question answer of natural disasters. Let us see what question answers we have. Only the question answers, that's all. That's all. Let's see what question answers we have. Just a second. Read and answer. Name them. Name them. Strong tremors. Tremors means vibrations. Strong tremors felt on the earth's surface. What is this? Strong tremors felt on the earth's surface? It is earthquake. Violent storms which form over the sea and hit the coastal areas. What is this? Cyclone. This is cyclone, all of you know. Extreme scarcity of water has caused this. Drought, Drought, drought. The only active volcano of India is situated in this island, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Movement of rock, debris and soil down a mountain slope is known as a landslide. Landslide. Fill in the blanks with words from the brackets. During an earthquake, the maximum damage is caused near the epicenter or focus. Epicenter. That's written in your book. Cholera spreads in flood hit areas or drought hit areas. Flood hit areas. Cholera spreads in flood hit areas. Millets can be grown during droughts or floods. Droughts. Because millets require very less water. The dash from a volcanic eruption can choke people. What is that? The ash from volcanic eruption can choke people. Dash landslides or floods are common in mountains. Landslides. Landslides are common in mountains. Answer the questions. What is the difference between a natural hazard and a natural disaster? Let us see. It is mentioned absolutely in the start of the chapter, that is, a destruction caused by nature is called a natural hazard, whereas a natural hazard becomes a natural disaster when it causes destruction of life and property. Okay, when it causes great loss of life and property. So you'll write destruction caused by nature is called natural hazard, and when natural hazard causes great loss of life and property, it is called natural disaster. Clear? When natural destruction caused by nature is called natural hazard. When natural hazard causes great loss of life and property, it is called natural disaster. Then, define focus and epicenter. Name the natural disasters which can be caused by an earthquake. Focus and epicenter. Just let's see what is mentioned in the book. The place of origin of an earthquake is called focus. The point directly above the focus on the earth's surface is called epicenter. The place of origin of earthquake is called focus, and the point directly above the focus on the earth's surface is called epicenter. See, the maximum damage takes place at the epicenter. Name the natural disasters that can be caused by earthquake. It is also mentioned here. Earthquakes can cause landslides, avalanches, and tsunamis. Earthquakes can cause landslides, avalanches, and tsunamis. This much only is the answer. What are the effects of a cyclone? See, effects of a cyclone. On land, the cyclones uproot trees and power posts and damage kacha houses. Heavy rainfall causes flood. Sorry. There are two effects of the cyclone. High speed winds cause huge waves in the seas. On land, these winds uproot trees and power posts and damage kacha houses. This much you have to write. High speed winds cause huge waves in the seas. On the land, these winds uproot trees and power posts and damage kacha houses. What are the main causes of flood? Write two ways in which floods can be controlled. What are the main causes of flood? By now you know that. Floods occur when river or stream overflows its banks and water spreads to the surrounding areas. And water spreads to the surrounding areas need not be written. Floods are caused when rivers or streams overflow its banks. They occur when there is heavy rainfall. Also, the collapse of dams and blocking of rivers cause floods. Okay? Floods occur when the rivers overflow its banks. They generally occur when there is heavy rainfall. They are also caused by collapse of dams, blocking of rivers, and blocking of rivers, cyclones, and tsunamis. Again, I will repeat. Floods are caused when or do one thing. You directly write from here. Floods are caused when there is heavy rainfall. Floods are caused when there is heavy rainfall. They are also caused by the collapse of dams, blocking of rivers due to landslides, cyclone, tsunamis, and sudden melting of snows on mountain during the summer season. Floods are caused by heavy rainfall. They are also caused by collapse of dams, blocking of rivers due to landslides, cyclones, tsunamis, and the sudden melting of snow on mountains during the summer season. Write 2 ways in which floods can be controlled. Let us see what are the ways in which floods can be controlled. Here, just a second, let me check up. Actually, the 2 ways are to grow more trees and also construct check dams. These are the 2 ways. Let's see where it is written in the book. Here, trees should be planted, number 1. Number 2, check dams should be constructed, should be built. Trees should be planted and check dams should be built. These are the 2 ways in which floods can be controlled. What is Pacific Ring of Fire? Suggest 2 precautions you will take for a landslide. Pacific Ring of Fire, volcanic eruption, here. Most of the active volcanoes of the world are found around the Pacific Ocean. That is why this region is called Pacific Ring of Fire. You will write like this. Most of the active volcanoes of the world are found around the Pacific Ocean. This region is called Pacific Ring of Fire. This region is called Pacific Ring of Fire. And write 2 precautions you will take for a landslide. For a landslide, let us see. Number 1, move to a safe place if a warning is issued. Number 2, keep emergency numbers handy. Okay. Move to a safe place if a warning is issued. Number 2, keep emergency numbers handy. These are very small precautions. Short, you can write it in a very short sentence. So I have suggested these 2 precautions. Okay. Okay, children, the question answers of this chapter is over. Next class we will start with a new chapter. Okay, whatever is in your syllabus. Thank you, children.